So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing quail dish. Quail is one of them meats that is completely underused because people are afraid of it. It's so easy to use and it is absolutely delicious. It's going to teach you how to make a roasted quail sauce with something a little bit different, a little bit of Madeira and red wine, and a couple of my favourite things to go with it. Mashed potato, some sticky red cabbage, blackberries, some button mushrooms. This dish is one of them ones that you want to eat every single day in the winter to warm you up. So let's start cooking. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you how to make the quail sauce. Same as all the other sauces, you can make this in advance, you can make it on the day. I'm going to make mine at the same time that I'm going to cook the quail, so I'm going to do a little bit of multitasking here. So what we've got to make the quail sauce, I've got just some chopped quail carcass, some bones. If you ask your butcher in advance, you'll have to order these in. It's a bit of a specialist thing. So quail carcass goes in. You can hear again, nice hot pan for that. Once the quail carcass in the pan, I've just got some shallots. Give them a nice little chop up. I've also got some button mushrooms. Going to cut them into 4. Like that. Again, no fancy dicing or chopping. There's no need to do that when you're making this. Over here, I've just got some little aromats. So I've got some bay leaf, some thyme, some peppercorns. Again, not white peppercorns, these are some black peppercorns. Just going to add the aromats to the pan. Again, nice little caramelisation on the carcass. All them lovely smells because the aromats have hit the heat, so all the natural oils and flavours are coming out. Okay, once that's in with the pan with your mushrooms and your shallots. Again, give that a stir. Okay, so now what we're going to do, in here I've just got about 400 ml of red wine, Pinot Noir. Reduce that down, you can hear that sizzling a lot in the pan, so that'll reduce down really, really quick because the heat. And in here we've just got a little bit of Madeira. You can use port if you want, port works really, really well. Nice little glug, Madeira. Okay. Right, once that's in the pan now, let that reduce a little bit. And then in here, I've just got a little bit of chicken stock, brown chicken stock, and a little bit of veal stock. I've just mixed them together. It doesn't matter because they're all going in the same pan. You can mix them. So that's a nice reduce now. I'm just going to add my chicken and veal stock to that now. I'm going to bring that up to the boil. Reduce that by about half. We're going to pass it and the sauce will be finished. Again, a little bit of salt. Right, so while our sauce is on now, we're going to bring that up to the boil. I've got a pan on over here, nice and hot. Over here, we've got our quail. So all I want you to do is, when you buy your quail, you've got 2 legs, and you've got your 2 breasts, and you've got your wings. Just tie a little bit of string, your butcher will do this for you as well, around the top of the legs, and then just tie a piece of string around the breasts, just to hold the wings in as well. So nice hot pan now. Oil, just plain vegetable oil. You can use rapeseed oil, like I said before. Into the pan with the quail. So all we're going to do is move that around the pan, get a lovely bit of colour on the quail. Just move this pan around, it's a little bit closer to me. So again, nice high heat in the pan. Loads of colour. Make sure you colour all the sides. I'd say use a pair of tongs for this as well, just so you can kind of hold the bird a little bit better when it's in the pan. If you try and use a spoon and stuff, it's a lot more difficult. So, couple of minutes. Right, once you've got a little bit of colour on that, once you've got your colour on that, all we're going to do is hit the pan with a couple of knobs of butter. I've got some thyme, some garlic, again, peeled, crushed to the back of your hand, some bay leaves. And you'll smell that already, it smells incredible. All them aromats. And all I want you to do is tilt the pan towards you and just keep basting that butter over the top of your quail. Turn it over on the other side. Give that another little baste. And then again, in the oven, preheat it, 180, 185, and then this isn't going to take long at all to cook. You want to cook your quail in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. Take it out and allow it to rest. And in that time, we will have passed our sauce and we'll have all the nice little garnishes to go with the dish. So quail now, straight into the oven. Right, while the quail's in the oven, what we're going to do is, our sauce has been on a rapid reduce now, so that's reduced by about half. So we're just going to strain that into a smaller pan. Get everything out. You can see the nice shine on that sauce already. Straight back on the stove, let that reduce. By the time that's reduced enough, the quail should be ready and rested, ready to carve, and then we can go on to the next stage, which is plating up the dish. Okay, so quail's out. All I want to do with that, just give that one final little base. Give it a little press. It's nice and firm to touch. There's no red juices coming out of it, so it's definitely still cooked. And all we're going to do is just leave that on our chopping board to rest while we just finish off some of the other garnishes. So, use the pan that you've just cooked the quail in. There's no need to dirty another pan. On the stove, all we're going to do now is, I've just got some nice little button mushrooms. Just going to pop them into that lovely garlic butter with all them aromats that we've cooked the quail in. And then just to make them even more tasty, we're going to add couple of knobs of butter for a bit more flavour. Okay, in this pan here, one of my favourite things to go with any sort of gamey bird or game in general, venison. This is just some sticky red cabbage that we've made. So really, really simple. Shred your red cabbage down, just a nice little bit of white wine vinegar, some brown sugar. I put some nice raisins in there and a little bit of bay leaf too. So I'm just going to pop that on the stove. While that's on the stove, I'm just going to check that my sauce is at the right consistency. Just coating the back of the spoon. Yep, there. So we're going to take that off. Test it for seasoning. That's fine. Really, really reduced now. Sticky as well. So, mushrooms are in the pan. Make sure you watch the handle as well. The pan has just come out of the oven, so don't forget that you've taken out the oven and it will still be hot. So, glaze them button mushrooms up. They're all nice and that firm in butter. Mushrooms are all nicely getting caramelised now. Red cabbage is nice and hot. So we're there now to start getting ready to plate up. I've got a little piping bag here and a tray with a little bit of J-cloth. All that's in the piping bag is just some nice mashed potato. Again, really, really easy. Weigh out your potatoes and do equal quantities of potato, butter, and double cream, so it's extra healthy. Make sure you put lots of salt in there because that's great for you as well. Taste it, once it's seasoned right, into a piping bag, ready to finish the dish. So, J-cloth on the side, butter mushrooms onto the J-cloth. Get rid of the pan. Get yourself a plate. First start with our quail. So we wrap the string around the quail, or your butcher did for you. All we're going to do, take that string off like that. Take the string off between the legs. Quail nicely on the plate. A little bit of this sticky red cabbage on the side. I've got some nice blackberries which I've just soaked in a little bit of the Madeira, so they're quite boozy as well, which works well with any game. Pop that around. A few of them. Dot a few of the mushrooms around. Our mashed potato. Again, you don't have to use a piping bag. You can just put a nice little dollop on. I do this so it's a bit chefy. Nice bit of mashed potato at the side of the dish. And then our amazing sauce. I mean, look at the shine on the sauce is incredible. Just plenty of the sauce. Pan over there. And there you have it. Roasted quail with the most amazing quail sauce with Madeira and red wine, with a couple of my favourite accompaniments. We've got mashed potato, pickled red cabbage, some blackberries and button mushrooms.